happened when you exposed your boss's embezzlement at the company gala? I stood at the microphone during our company's annual holiday gala, my hands shaking as 300 people in black tie attire stared at me. My boss, CEO Nathan Caldwell, was smiling from his table, probably thinking I was about to give a standard toast to another successful year. Instead, I said, before we celebrate, there's something everyone needs to know. Our CEO has been stealing from this company. And I have proof. My name is Alex Chun, and I was the senior accountant at TechVista Solutions, a rapidly growing software company in Austin, Texas. We'd gone from a scrappy startup to a $200 million valuation in just 5 years, with plans to go public within 18 months. I'd been there since the beginning, employee number 12, and I'd helped build the financial systems that tracked every dollar in and out of the company. Nathan Caldwell was a charismatic CEO who'd convinced venture capitalists to invest $50 million in his vision. He drove a Tesla, wore expensive suits, and gave TED-style talks about disrupting industries. He was on the cover of business magazines as one of the 40 under 40 tech leaders to watch. Everyone wanted to be him or work for him. I was 32 years old, making $140,000 a year as senior accountant, with stock options that could be worth millions if we went public successfully. I had everything to lose by going after Nathan. But I also had something he didn't: integrity and a complete understanding of where our money was actually going. The first irregularity I noticed was small. A $15,000 payment to a consulting firm I didn't recognize. I pulled up the invoice and it looked legitimate, so I approved it and moved on. Then the next month, there was another $15,000 to the same firm. And another the month after that. I asked Nathan's executive assistant about it during a routine meeting. What's Apex Strategic Consulting? We're paying them $15,000 monthly, but I don't see any deliverables or reports. She looked uncomfortable. That's something Nathan handles directly. He said not to discuss it with anyone. That was a red flag. In a properly run company, every expense should have documentation and approval trails. I started digging deeper into Apex Strategic Consulting. The company had been formed 18 months ago in Delaware, a common state for shell companies because of privacy laws. The registered agent was a law firm that specialized in corporate structures. There was no website, no employees listed, no actual business presence. I expanded my search to other suspicious payments. What I found made my stomach drop. Over the past 18 months, Nathan had created a network of fake vendors and consulting firms. Apex Strategic was just one of at least 7 fraudulent companies, all receiving regular payments from TechVista. The amounts varied: $10,000 here, $25,000 there, occasionally $50,000 for special projects. Individually, they were small enough to avoid scrutiny. Collectively, they added up to over $8.2 million stolen from a company over 18 months. But here's what made it brilliant from a fraud perspective. Nathan had structured the payments to stay just under our board approval thresholds. Anything over $50,000 required board authorization. Nathan's fake invoices were always $45,000 or less, keeping them within his CEO spending authority. I spent 3 weeks verifying everything before I took action. I contacted every supposedly legitimate vendor to confirm they'd actually done work for us.